Before the video starts, I gotta remind you guys of the double Up Hyper Beast giveaway. 2 Up Hyper Beasts, 2 winners. Comment down below in the comment section, as well as leave a like rating and have your like playlist public. Enjoy the video, homies.
All right, my Quad Squad, how's everybody doing? It's the man, the myth, the legend, Quad MFT here, coming at you guys with another CSGO video. In just about 30 minutes ago or so, we had a breaking CSGO update. It's really not a huge deal, but it is pretty cool, and it's kind of weird. If you guys play a lot of CS, you'll definitely notice it. It goes back a little bit having to do with the new SMG sounds, and they didn't just change the Bison, the UMP, and the MAC-10. They actually went out and they changed the P90, the MP7, and the MP9. I'm actually also going to show you guys those sounds right now. I'll start off with the first MP9, and then I'm going to tell you guys the rest of the update, which actually has some pretty cool stuff, so make sure to stay tuned. Here's the MP9. So the thing that I like the most about the MP9 sound is I'm actually a big MP9 user, like MP9 Master Race. It's really good. Trust me, try it out. It's really good. Don't forget to jump with it. You can actually jump pretty well with the MP9. You can do that with most SMGs, but the MP9's specifically good at it. Now go ahead right here, and they actually added a bunch of bass to the MP9, which it makes it sound a lot more manly, because before it was like a little pea shooter. Even though it did damage, here's the MP7. I'm not the biggest user of the MP7. The MP7 is pretty good. It's actually really good at range. If there's an SMG that I like, it's definitely, if there's an SMG that I like that's for range, totally the MP7. Sounds pretty good. I like these new changes. They make the SMGs sound a lot more realistic. And I know you guys are going to go down in the comment section below and do this anyway. Tell me down in the comment section below. Tell me if you guys enjoy the new SMG sounds, including the MAC-10, as well as the Bison and the UMP. Tell me if you guys enjoy those or you hate them. I think most of you guys are going to hate them just because, people always say that. That's all over Reddit. Ew, 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 blah, 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 whatever. I think they sound pretty good. I'm going to be in the minority. I actually like how realistic they sound. Here's the next SMG and the last one that they just recently changed. It's the P90. Probably the most, or the biggest gun sound that they've changed is definitely the P90, so take a listen to it. Again, I think this one sounds a lot more manly. I think it adds a little bit more bass, and like it says, it adds a little bit more fidelity to it. So it sounds good. P90, before the P90, it had literal, it sounded like spamming. I could just feel the P90 spam, the Pro 90 spam in my ears when I heard that noise. So maybe I'll get a little bit used to this one and eventually start hearing that Pro 90 spam again. But either way, I think the SMGs actually sound pretty good. I want you guys also, if you guys already went down in the comment section below and tell me what you guys think the brand new SMG sounds, also go ahead and tell me what you guys actually think they're going to be changing next. Now, they did all the SMGs, they did all the shotguns, they did all the LMGs like the M249 and the Negev. I think next up they're probably going to do, I don't want to say rifles, I'm probably going to say pistols, things like, the 5.7, the Tech 9, the P250, dual Berettas, things like that. I think they're going to be changing that next. I think, Valve's plan and Steam and CSGO's plan is to eventually change everything. So that's what I think they're going to change. I think they're going to go with pistols and then probably next rifle. So go ahead down in the comment section below and tell me what you guys think they're going to change next, if they're going to change anything at all. Now let's get into it for the entire update. Starting from the top, I'll actually link this Reddit article down in the description below. It says UI, the radar is no longer hidden when the win panel comes up. This one's actually really important. I read a few little things right here over on the Global Offensive Reddit. They actually said that people had been pushing for this to be gone, or to actually be there, excuse me, to get this little glitch gone. They'd been pushing for the map to be there when the little win pops up for so long. For years, people had been pushing for that. If you guys don't understand what I'm saying, I'll throw up a picture right now. They basically added the radar to the actual game, to the user interface, even when you win the round. Right after you win the round, it says counter-terrorist win or whatever. The map used to go away. Now it doesn't. The map's right there. So that's pretty cool. That's a step in the right place, a little bit of an improvement to the CSGO UI. Then it also says shipping changes to how some UI elements are implemented in preparation for a move to Panorama UI. This should have no noticeable change in the UI functionality, but it's the first step in moving towards the new system. And then it says, please report any UI regressions to blah, 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 email, include UI feedback, blah, blah, blah. Either way, looks like they're looking forward. I think, I'm just taking a guess because I don't know much. Don't roast me too hard. I think, CSGO and Valve might be moving towards a little bit higher quality or maybe a little bit of a newer CSGO interface, which is pretty cool, or user interface, either way. But back on to the next thing for this brand new update. Again, this update is 1.35.4.3, and it's on July 27th, 2016. It says sounds, increased fidelity firing sounds for the P90, MP7, and MP9. They also added unique reload and draw sounds for the P90, MP7, and MP9, which you guys already heard. The next one, they slightly reduced the volume of firing for recently changed weapon sounds, so they probably reduced the volume of things like the MAC-10 or the UMP-45 or the Bison. Those are actually kind of loud. The next one, it says made headphones the default sound option instead of 2-speaker. If playing with headphones or sound cards with virtual 5.1 or 7.1 enabled, make sure 5.1 is selected in the CSGO audio settings menu instead. The next thing that they changed is networking. Networked view angle precision to other players is now lossless. So what that actually is, I believe I looked into it, and I'm pretty sure I'm right on this one, is actually when you're spectating somebody, it was slightly off before. It felt a little bit slower, felt kind of like a lower tick rate, like you guys were actually in Go TV mode, which it didn't change at all for Go TV, but it changed for spectating like live when you're actually in the game and you're dead and you're watching your buddy play. It actually makes it a little bit more accurate. So that's an improvement. I think that's pretty cool. I think it'll make things look a lot less sketchy, even though Overwatch and Go TV still look so freaking sketchy no matter what. The next one we've got is minor weapon bugs. So this one is kind of important. They updated the auto buy and rebuy scripts to support double flashbangs and reordered the purchase order in case of insufficient funds. They reordered the purchasing order in case of insufficient funds. So does this mean that they made it so you don't buy a kit over armor on CT? I don't know. I don't know if they did that. If they did, please tell me that down in the comment section below. The next one they said is they added tracers to the alt fire on the AUG, SG, Glock, and FAMAS. I believe that means when you went into burst mode on the Glock, when you went into burst mode on the FAMAS, when you aim down sights with the SG or the AUG, they made it so it actually has tracers now because before it didn't. Maybe that's something they missed out when they were developing the game. Next one, it says set all shotguns except the XM1014, the auto shotty, to semi-auto. I always tell my friends this. I'm like, hey, did you guys know you can hold down the Mag-7 or you can hold down the Nova? A lot of people didn't know that. I'm guessing a lot of you guys probably didn't know that. It didn't really make a big difference, but you could do it. So you could hold those down. That's not true anymore. You can't hold down at all. You can't hold down the Nova or the Mag-7, anything except the XM1014. So that's kind of out of the way. Kind of sad, but either way, doesn't matter. I think that's actually how it should be. The next one I'm going to show you guys right here is how they actually made the op in the SSG08 or the Scout actually drop the right magazines, because before they didn't drop anything or they dropped ones that were off. I'm not quite sure. Remember, either way, take a look at it right now. So yeah, the op and the Scout actually matched their drop magazines, which is pretty cool. Not a big deal, but still cool that they're making progress. The next one is for miscellaneous. They fixed a server crash. Thanks to Game Man for the report. Awesome, less crashes. Apparently, that's probably a pretty unique situation. But either way, they're doing something good. Fixed a bug where non-Latin characters could not be stored in config file. Doesn't sound like a big deal to me, but I'm sure it is a big deal to somebody who's watching this video and they're getting mad at me in the comments. Next one says Mac or Linux changes. Fixed bug where the demo, console, and other controls wouldn't show an X to close the window, so it sounds like a slight improvement for Mac and Linux users. Rumor has it that Panorama is a replacement for Autodesk's proprietary scale form that originally was introduced within Steam's Big Picture mode. It's since been included as a part of Dota 2's source hydrazation. For info of Dota 2's implementation of Panorama, see the Valve developer wiki. Again, this whole article will be linked down below if you guys really want to look into it and read over it for yourself. It says an added bonus of the Panorama UI system. UI changes can also be picked up by services such as SteamDB's game tracking, making making the tracking of stealth UI changes much easier. Game tracking is fusing both this CSGO update and another large Dota 2 update, so you'll be seeing a bit of both worlds, and for some you'll actually see and be able to confirm for yourself that the competition claims on the Dota 2 fence, link down below, the size is only 25 megabytes. So a very small update overall for size-wise. It's really not that large, even though the majority really aren't that big in CS. Either way, they did a lot of things. They fixed some networking. They're fixing things with the UI. The Raider's no longer hidden when the win panel comes up. That's awesome, because sometimes I'm sure you guys would see that you would die because you couldn't see people on the radar that you could before right when you win the round, which is kind of annoying, especially if you're on T side. Because if you get killed right then you get no money the next round, and you lose your weapon that you had over because you died. And the next things they covered are sounds, MP9, MP7, P90, reload sounds, pull-out sounds, all that sounds really cool. Fixed the little things on Mac and Linux, miscellaneous, less server crashes, minor weapon bugs, and the Scout and the Op actually dropped their magazines, tracers for burst mode on the FAMAS and Glock, and I believe aiming down sights on the AUG and SG553 as well. Also messed things around and made it a lot better, I believe, for rebuy scripts and auto-buy scripts. Either way, they also, again, man, kind of sucks, but they took away the fully auto Mag 7 and Nova. Either way, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to link this article down below. Don't forget to click the like button if you guys enjoyed it. That really does help me out. Subscribe and join the Quad Squad. We're working our way up to over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Going for that silver plaque, the silver YouTube plaque, baby. That's going to be awesome. I'll make sure to make a video showing it off to you guys, and really, it'll be a really cool video, but that doesn't come for a while. We got to hit 100K first, and then it takes a few months for YouTube to send it out. So either way, it's been your boy Quantum FT. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you made it to this point in the video, go down to the comment section below and comment the word Nova. I'm Addy 5000.